Guidelines to follow when cutting roots. If you cut tree roots properly, it will still achieve a more robust, healthier, and deeper root system again. However, when unsure whether you can do it successfully, it is recommendable to hire a professional service below tips that'll help you understand the process of cutting tree roots harmlessly. Season. When you want to perform tree root pruning safely, let it be early spring or late winter. This is because tree functions are slow in the two seasons and dehydration is minimal, damaging the tree. Mind a distance. If the tree you are cutting roots is mature, measure the trunk diameter at breast height and multiply by 6. Then cut the root to avoid cutting any root below 5 times the diameter at breast height. Young trees. Young, immature trees are constantly differentiating and multiplying cells, thus have higher chances of recovering after root pruning. You can cut roots away just 3 times the diameter at breast height in such a case. Make quadrant cuts. Never remove over 25% tree roots at once. For safer pruning, divide the entire area around the tree into 4 quadrants. Then just cut 2 quadrants that are opposite to each other. After like 2 years, you can cut the remaining quadrants. Sterilize the saw. Before you begin cutting tree roots, it is advisable to sterilize the saw using an alcohol-drenched cloth. This is to prevent diseases and bacteria from forming on the open wound surface. Tree roots cutting stepwise process. Step 1. Before powering your saw, water the ground around the tree thoroughly until the area is damp and soft. Now let the water drain through the soil, and the soil stops being soggy. Step 2. Using the hand trowel, loosen the soil by turning the top layer. You can remove all the soil surrounding the roots to be trimmed linearly using a trowel blend carefully not to stab. Step 3. Carefully, hand removes the soil, placing it on the wheelbarrow temporarily. Continue scooping the soil out and underneath the roots using a trowel. Step 4. Start by cutting the ends that need to trim. Then make clean cuts using the root saw, keeping the distance of 5 times the breast height from the trunk. Do not cut the roots beyond the quadrant area. Step 5. After cutting roots as needed, dig a thin trench right in front of pruned roots. On the trench, fill with concrete or embed plastic or metal barrier to prevent the roots from regrowing back. Using a 12-inch high barrier and 10-inch long barrier can mean better protection to the sources. Step 6. Finally, cover the root and the barrier with the previously excavated soil. You may blend the ground before covering it with compost or other manure, if any is available. After like 6 weeks, add some fertilizers to make the root system more vigorous. Continue watering the ground for some weeks unless it is raining. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.